All
All right,
right.
you're good.
All right, we're good here. This is the after show. This is where GEEKCASTER goes on the lam, where I'm usually the hater. But when I sit back, Corey brings the venom. And today is one of those days. Dayveonne is going to be pro, and Corey is smashing for the dash and pushing for the cushion, missing in action, never that. He's here to slam, jam, and thank you, ma'am. I don't like Mortal Kombat. That's what he's talking about today. So, Corey, why don't you like the new Mortal Kombat, 2021 Mortal Kombat?
I feel like they've had plenty of time to get this story right, and I was just so let down. Everyone was like, "Oh, the first one had its flaws. Annihilation is probably one of the worst movie adaptation films to date." And then we have this, and it feels as though they just gave this to us without really thinking that we've evolved to this point of understanding video game culture. And um yeah, I was extremely disappointed. That's how I feel.
And Davion in the left corner. Davion likes this film.
All
He
right.
says it's great. It's great for a date. It's great to watch. It's great to box. It's one of those films we say, listen, it is what it is. It is what it was, and it had to happen. That's right. Davion likes Mortal Kombat. Davion, what do you have to say about Mortal Kombat?
All right. So I'm not looking for. I think the problem is a lot of people look in this as okay. It has to follow the lore. It has to stay on point. It has to bring in the tournament. It has to basically. Yeah, it shows gore. It shows the fatalities. But the main purpose of this movie was to entertain. It was supposed to. It did its purpose. It entertained us. It basically showed. Like if you was thinking about doing a full series of a Lord of the Rings trilogy, then and you want to stay by tradition and what the story is, then I could totally understand it. But the thing about I think the audience don't understand, especially some gamers and some people that really felt as though Mortal Kombat could have been more than what it was. If you look back at the video game sagas, the whole 1 to 11, even some of the Mortal Kombat things, you have to do something different. I do agree. Maybe the script could have been way better. I do agree with that. But at the same time, for what we got, it was worth the anticipation because we needed a rated R Mortal Kombat. We needed something, not something that was PG, where you don't get the full effect of what the game was, the purpose of the game. We needed something that was going to be a balance of entertainment, the goreness, maybe an introduction to what's to come because they are talking about making this into a trilogy.
All right,
And
all right,
maybe once they do this, I'm
hold
going
on.
in. Ah,
Ding,
fuck, you
ding,
ain't
ding,
gonna
ding.
cut me.
Round two.
You're
Ladies and
going.
gentlemen, round
I'm
two.
going
That's
in.
right. Davion came back with the uppercut and the slide slap. A whole pimpus and a Memphis all the way down to Memphis. Now, talk two. All right there, Corey. What do you got going on? Corey from the Glory. That's right, Corey. What are you thinking?
I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what we're getting. It felt as though someone who wrote this played a couple of games, was like, "Oh, I like Mortal Kombat," and they saw where the storyline was going, and they're like, "I could do this," and then they attempted it, and it's not as good as they thought it was. Yes, they tried to give us little glimpses of the original pit, which frankly I was disappointed in. I thought that they could have made this world way better. If you're going to use stages from the game, then give us stages, not these street looking half completed stages and say, "Oh, this is going to be a fight arena just like the game." No, not at all. So, yeah, they gave us the little school gymnasium. I think that was probably the best stage and the best reenactment of knocking people through things and using the environment. Yes, I got all of that. But at the same time, the audience isn't stupid. We've played the games. We know what's going on. So why aren't you giving us a more accurate representation with your imagination?
All right,
It
ding, ding,
felt
ding, ding. All right. Corey. Hit him hard, hit him
I'll
fast, hit him
throw it back
fast.
in.
Oh
I'll
my
throw it back.
goodness, is Davion getting up? He's getting it. 5, 4. Nope. He's shaking it off. He's shaking it off, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Dayveonne, what do you got? What do you got to say about this? Dayveonne's gonna bring the heat. I can feel it. I can feel it. Put him on there, Dayveonne.
All right. I understand your point of view in regards to you feel as though they really let you down on certain things. I get it. But you can't repeat the same scenario. At the same time, you can't do something that was already repetitive. Like with the first Mortal Kombat, it was, okay, a tournament. Okay. They were trying something different where suppose the first tournament never actually occurred. This is a pre-tournament. So guess what? We're just going to basically do something where we're going to basically have everybody get assassinated, somewhat assassinated. And I kind of like that kind of setup because think about it. If we went the tournament route, it would have been like, okay, we already know what's going to happen in part 2. We already know what's going to happen in part 3. But they did a curveball with this whole scenario. So I kind of like them for that because now it's giving me an idea of what's next, what's to come for part 2. Part 2 to me is going to be the evasion part. And then part 3 is going to be the tournament. So I see where they're going with it. Now, as far as the story-wise, I see where the writer was going, and I have to agree with you on that. I do think it was a little bit of a sloppy end on the writer's part. But let's not act like we ain't see some big behind elephant in the room. WB also put their 2 senses in as well.
Wait a minute. You're putting yourself on the rope, man. You're supposed to be convincing
I
why
know
we
what
should
I'm
watch
doing with this. No, I know what I'm doing with this. So, the director did what he could, just like the actors did what they could. Now, to me, the best actor in the film was Kano, Sub-Zero, Cabal was really good. Louis Liu played Liu Kang very well. Kung Lao was awesome. Sonya was Sonya. Jax was Jax. And Louis Tao as Cole Young. I'm going to be honest with everybody. Yeah, this is a made-up character, but guess what? Resident Evil wasn't built in a day either. There was people that went out to see Resident Evil. I liked the first one, but the rest of the trilogy was garbage. So maybe, and I'm going to say maybe, this is not going to be the best one, but I will say this. This film was way better than Annihilation and any other video game movie that came out. And if you want me to name a few, I could basically put down a whole bunch of films that were crappy than this.
All right. So, all right, Corey. I think Dayveonne hit you with a side swipe, kind of changing directions there, and he went towards the acting and the casting. What do you got to say about that? I mean, you look a little dizzy. You look a little dizzy there, Corey. Like you didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect that either, folks. That was an upset. Dayveonne kind of just went a whole nother angle there. So, are you standing, Dave? Corey, are you with us? Are you okay there?
Yeah. I mean, all right. Spoiler review. We're going to break this movie down, right?
Wait. Okay. The casting and the acting. I mean, like, you have to respond to this now.
I am.
All right.
They gave us the original battle between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Okay. They gave us that lineage. They're building up to it. And then they gave us this whole unnecessary vehicle of getting to these subpar characters. So you started off really high. Then you gave us a lukewarm Jax. You gave us a barely warm Sonya. And then we just go from there. Kano was, yes, the comic relief. Granted, he did a good job. They could have done a better job with Reptile. They could have used Shang Tsung's power a lot more. You're saying they're building up to this tournament, but frankly, I'm not interested in who's left. So why didn't we get more of these characters, more of their powers, or just like, oh, this is pre-tournament, they're cheating and they're giving us these low budget fights. At this point, am I interested in the trilogy? No. I watched this movie for what it was. I will probably not watch it again. But what else is there to say that we've had this much time for the original Mortal Kombat, so much time for them to build up to this point, and we get less than a B movie?
Wow. All right, Dayveonne, this is your this is it, man. Are you gonna bring us home?
I'm gonna save Mortal Kombat on this one. and you called it a B movie. Less
than a B movie.
Okay. I already told you the reasons why it was less than a B movie if you already heard, from the previous episode. But I wouldn't call it less than a B movie. I would call it a B, but it's not less than a B movie. The reason why I say that, and I'm going to throw a whole bunch of video game movies adaptation, and you tell me if this is less than a B movie. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, less than a B movie or not?
Less than a B movie.
Okay. Dead or Alive, less than a B movie.
See, I was okay with it.
No, less than.
All right, I would give that a B movie, not less than a B movie.
Dead or Alive is Tekken.
Oh, that's definitely a B movie, but it's not less than a B movie. You hated Tekken? Why did you hate Tekken?
Yeah.
Tekken to me was a better realization from the game and movie than this Mortal Kombat movie.
Let me continue. Double Dragon.
Didn't see it.
Street Fighter. Both stuff. Street Fighter and Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li.
All right, those are terrible.
Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
We will not talk about that movie. Move on.
What else? Super Mario Brothers.
I enjoy Super Mario Brothers more than this movie. I would still watch Super Mario Brothers movie to this day than this Mortal Kombat that we've gotten.
You know what? Super Mario Brothers, I played that one. But
see, he's trying it, Phil. He's trying it, but no. Like
no. Wait, there's other video game movies that's out that I would say. What's another one? I think I named all. Oh, King of Fighters.
All right, so that's a terrible movie. But out of all those movies,
No. And where would you put this Mortal Kombat 2021? Less than a B movie? Are you serious? Compared to the graphics and how entertaining this was, less than a B movie? Get out of here! Get out of here!
And there you have it, folks. Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat, and ultimately, and out of 5 G's, yeah. What do you give it, Corey?
It's still a 2.5. You know what?
Now that you mentioned it. Oh, no.
I said it's still going to be a 3.5 because, yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. Yeah, it does have a lot of hiccups. But I think if they make a sequel to this, it will reclaim itself.
And I tell you, as my men, how it goes. We've seen the fight of Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat. Here, you can see it on HBO. Decide for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. How did I do? How was that? Oh,
that was good.
That was good.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch it. You're watching GEEKCASTER. This is the after show. Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat. And, yeah, watch it. Watch it for yourself. See if you like it.
That's the thing. I'm not saying don't watch it. Just don't have any high expectations because the beginning will suck you in and then you'll fall flat on your face and like, what happened?
But here's the other issue. I really think people was having high expectations with the film to the point that when they saw it, they was like, oh, this is what I could have done different. This is what I could have done different. Besides just sitting there and enjoying the film and not criticizing the film. See, I think y'all look too much into the film besides actually sitting back and enjoying.
I sat back and enjoyed it. And
you didn't. You was criticizing it. You was criticizing. You was critiquing the film. You was critiquing the film when you first went in, and then when you sat down and watched the movie, you still was critiquing it because in your mindset, I'm going to critique this movie.
No, not at all. I'm sitting here like, all right, so this is what happened. As a fan of the video game and as a fan of the original movie, I'm like, we're finally going to get the justice that we deserved. Kind of like the fans from the Snyder Cut. Like, they wanted it, and we got it. But without the Snyder Cut, this was very underwhelming. I thought that, hey, you could have incorporated your imagination along with the storyline from the game and created something new and enjoyable. Did they do that? They tried. I'm not going to say that they didn't try. They did try. Yes, giving us the pre-tournament vibes and the, I guess, events that would lead up to a tournament. Great. I got that. but with these low budget scenes, I
It
just felt that.
wasn't low budget.
How was it not low budget?
Because think about it. To me, for what it was, it wasn't that bad compared to other video games before.
We have
Well,
four
you know what?
locations.
To be fair, there.
No, and I agree.
Let's
and
not
I'm not
compare because I mean it's like you can't have terrible cheesecake and then someone says, "Oh, cheesecake. Oh, well, this is not as bad as other." I mean, that doesn't really. It's kind of like
We have four locations.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So to be honest with you, you can't compare this. Okay, if I want to compare this, when I was sitting during the whole trailer premiere, I can't believe they're doing a Fast and the Furious 9, and I'm sitting there watching, what the heck is this?
All right, look, we will not talk about Fast and Furious.
Yes, we will talk about that.
When she said, "Oh, John Cena's going to be a part of it," immediately I'm like, "Oh, he's going to be related." There's no other thing that they
like
could.
we know that, but it's just the fact that what else are you going to do? You're just milking fast cars. That's all you're doing with this film. Fast cars. But it gets boring after a while.
Look, all right, so this is what happened with the series, right? As a huge fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, there was a big uproar and a lot of protests because a lot of families who did lose family members or their kids got hurt or killed with street racing. Innocent people have gotten, in trouble because of street racing. And so they said that this franchise is glorifying street racing. And so the producers went back and said, all right, we won't focus on street racing. We'll make it more fantastical. And that's why you have these bank scenes, these like really big numbers. Like what can we imagine a car doing that we wish could happen in real life? That's what happened to the series. So outside of that, it's not street racing based, but it's the street racing family that we got from the first. And they're keeping with the lore of it. Has it gone on too long? I will agree it has.
Yeah.
But they have to end it somehow, and
no,
we haven't.
They could have ended it when Paul Walker passed away. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. They should have just ended it with that. No more series. Went on to their separate ways and did something else. And part of it is a cash grab, and I get it. It's a cash grab, but at the same time, it gets weak after it at the end. The only one I would say was a good one, and it was a spin-off, was Hobbs and Shaw.
I started watching that, and I just couldn't do it.
Hobbs and Shaw was really entertaining. I ain't gonna lie, it was entertaining, and it had nothing. It had nothing to do with fast cars.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, I just want to ask you guys, are you guys gonna watch, Mortal Kombat 2?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I will make him. I will drag him to the movie theater.
I pulled the plug.
Pandemic is over, I'm going to drag him to the movie theater to see Mortal Kombat 2. So he is going.
Wow. All right.
I was more disappointed with this movie than I was with Godzilla vs. Kong, and I was really disappointed with Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh my God!
This is worse.
Dude, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Trust and believe, it wasn't that bad. And Colin, I don't really think Godzilla vs. Kong was that bad either.
Well, you know what? If I had to do it, I'll say it this way. I fell asleep during Godzilla.
What?
You fell asleep during the movie. Yes. Yeah. At times.
Because it was just so unriveting. I was like, all right.
Like, I do believe certain people shouldn't have been in the film. Like, I felt like, what's her name? Even though she knows me, but what's her name?
Millie.
Yeah. Maybe she should have never been in this movie because I think most of those people thought, okay, since it's a sequel, I could be in the movie. Yeah, but it's really focused on Kong and on Godzilla. Keep the focus between the monsters, not the humans.
Well, that's the hard thing, though. You can't have Godzilla without the humans.
No, yes, you can. Well, no, I'm not saying to get rid of them. Just make the humans more sub to the point where, okay, just giving us information, but we're mainly focusing on the fight of the monsters.
No, so they tried that with Kong, right? And that's his thing. But with Godzilla, you can't just have like this super ancient dinosaur just walking around looking for a fight. Like that's a boring movie. It makes no
So
sense.
you saying it was okay for Millie?
Huh?
You saying it's okay to have Millie a part of the project? I think they could have gave somebody else that wasn't really a big name that role that Millie was doing.
No, look, all right. So the revisiting of this or rebooting of this with her family, as we know what happened to her brother in the first Godzilla and her mother relationship in King of Monsters, I felt as though this should have dived more deeply into the father-daughter relationship, which is not what we got. We got this. It's basically a King Kong movie at the end of it. Let's just be honest. This is not a Godzilla movie. This is more likely a King Kong movie set in Godzilla time.
Yeah.
And that was disappointing.
Yeah. Also, you said that's something very interesting, Dayveonne, and I want to play on that when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm bringing it back to the focus. No, it's just that you see what I did right there. If you think about it,
just go.
Yeah, if you think about it, like Mortal Kombat didn't focus on any mortals. It was like, it's interesting. I think production-wise, it was actually kind of clever. I mean, there's only really one scene that had humans entangled into the world, which was when Sub-Zero went to that diner. Past that, it really was. Now I think about it, most of the film, there's only 4 or 5 people in the scene.
Yes, thank you.
That was interesting. I don't know if I'm totally bothered by that now. I wonder if I should see it again to like, hey, am I disappointed?
No, it wasn't disappointing because they have no purpose of being there. Like, and if you want to be technical, there were mortals in the cave or in that temple.
Where?
The ones that were fixing Jax up, there was mortals that was walking around. It was like for short scenes, but they were there.
2 people, but all right, I'll give you that.
Yeah, but it wasn't just 2. It was other people that just walked out.
But again, 4 locations. All right, so we have the Hanzo Hisashi's residence.
Mm-hmm.
We have the gymnasium that they used and revisited the entire film. If we really want to be technical,
that fight bridge from the game,
the diner.
Yeah, they gave us one glimpse of Goro's lair and the temple,
and that rocky mountain place. Then there was the little bridge they were fighting on, like from like the game.
Yeah, they just threw that in there, like they threw in Goro's temple. Like they gave us little nuggets to make it Mortal Kombat. I get that, but like that was a low budget pit scene location.
So basically what you're saying is that we should get together and do a film because all we need is graphics, special effects, and really bad sets.
And 4 locations. Yes.
And one hot blonde.
And a GMC Yukon.
Wait.
And a really good-looking sister
Wait. Geeks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did it. Geeks. See?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Phoenix Stark confirmed.
Oh, wow.
Phoenix Stark.
No. But that would be hot. So we just need 2, a really good-looking black girl, a really good-looking white girl, and bad sets.
Phoenix Stark confirmed.
But then, diversity. We got to get more people in there. We gotta figure it out now. Write some notes here. All right, how to make a film really cheap. Green screen, a couple girls, 8 guys, and some ninjas, and instant Mortal Kombat 4. We could be ahead of the curve. Make 4. What do you think?
So who are we gonna be playing?
I'm gonna be
the Red Liu Kang.
I'm gonna be in makeup. I'm gonna be purple. How about that? Smart butt. Never didn't see that coming. Yeah. Didn't see that coming, did you? No, you did not.
You gonna be Cole Young when he's mad?
I'm sorry. I think that's what really irked me about Sub-Zero. Why was there so much smoke? Like, why is he supposed to be new Cybot, but he's not? He's Sub-Zero. Like that one thing bothered me.
Because he was cold. That wasn't. Oh my God! And you're supposed to be the scientist that knows about cold.
Cold is smoke is black. When is smoke?
No, that wasn't black. No. That was a teleporter. That had nothing to do with Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah, when
okay,
they
so
teleport, they which was
Yeah,
weird.
that's a
That was a weird
teleporter.
FX choice.
Yeah, it was a weird effect, but it worked. It was a teleporter. It was like they was teleporting through Earth Realm through the black smoke. That was made by Shang Tsung.
all right. So maybe I'll have to rewatch it. But no, it wasn't because
Yes, it
there were
was.
plenty of instances where he was using his ice, but that smoke was still coming out, and he wasn't transporting.
Corey,
Was it
listen,
clear?
Corey, they just gave him too much power. Let's just be
They-
honest.
wait, oh my gosh, did they give him too much power?
It was. They gave him so much power, and I get it because you know what, your heroes are as good as your villains. But when you OD on too much power for the hero or too much power for the villain, it just like really, you know, come on.
All right, just rewatch the movie, Corey. Just
The
rewatch.
only thing that made sense is everyone does like Scorpion. They do like Sub-Zero, but I think they like Scorpion a little bit more. So it only made sense to make Sub-Zero the villain. I will give you that. That's the only thing that really did make sense. Outside of it being, we're leading up to a tournament, but we're going to break the rules and just kill off everybody. But then the dragon tattoo goes to your cousin's baby mom because you're in the same family. It doesn't make sense. All right, Randall.
Corey's like, I'm distraught. He like, I can't believe they actually did some crazy.
I like the
jump
fact
like
that Corey is so insulted. It's not like he just doesn't like it. He's insulted that you
And I think
stole
that's
minutes
what
of
it
his
is.
life.
I think that's what it is with a lot of people that dislike this film. They're insulted. They don't dislike the film. They're insulted because they didn't stay true to what they felt was Mortal Kombat.
I think that is my problem. When you have filmmakers who think the audience is stupid and they try to break these rules, like, oh, this is what we're going to do, but we're just going to do this just for like entertainment value. Like, to me, that's annoying.
Yeah, because like the whole point of this, right, is because we like Mortal Kombat, so we already like it. There's no reason for you to change it. You know, which goes along to which we don't have time for, but Star Wars randomly making midichlorians, then throwing that out. You know what I'm saying? Then anybody could be a Jedi. Then it's like, oh, you're a Jedi. You're a Jedi. It's like Oprah with the cars. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Really? Well, if everyone, anyway.
All right, so I'm assuming that if WB gave the property rights to Disney, y'all would be satisfied.
Oh, it probably would have been a better film.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care who owns the property. Just write a really good story.
Do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really think they're gonna
wait a minute.
they're gonna deliver.
So Dayveonne, you agree with Corey now?
No, I still don't.
Yeah, he did. He did.
No, I didn't. You heard what I said. I said I think what's going to happen is they're going to do a way better job in part 2.
But you said if WB would have gave the rights to Disney, it probably would have been a better film.
I was saying that to be sarcastic and funny.
All right, give everyone your social media. You guys watch the movie and you make your decisions. Dayveonne, what's your social media?
Dayveonne Bussey on Instagram and Dayveonne Bussey on Facebook.
And you, Corey?
I am G as in golf, T as in tiger, 3 on all of the things.
And
except for
GeekCaster.
Facebook.
Yeah. And GeekCaster, geekcaster.com, GeekCaster on IG, GeekCaster Network on Facebook. And thank you for watching, and we like it, and hope you watch the show some more, and we appreciate it. And this is Mortal Kombat versus Mortal Kombat, and hope you like it, and we'll see it again, and we'll do this again, versus. We'll do more versus after show, yeah. Yay!
He's out of breath.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.